My name is Allison Lacoursiere, and I am the founder of Clear Coaching and Clearly IG. And here are 3 tips to take your Instagram to the next level in 2022.
OrthoMarketing.com, 360-degree digital marketing solutions for your practice.
Well, hello, everybody in podcast land. Welcome to another Ortho Marketing podcast. Hope everybody has a very, very happy holidays, has a great New Year's, and look forward to 2022. Well, so much has changed over the past year and change, and I can't wait to see what's going to be coming down the pike for next year. And with me is one of my favorite podcast guests of all time, Allison Lacoursiere, who is an Instagram social media maven for the orthodontic dental community. And we're here to talk about 3 social media tips for 2022 that you can implement at your practice to take things to the next level. So, Allison, how are you this fine day?
I'm so good. Thank you so much for having me. I always love being on this podcast. We always have so much fun. So thanks for the invite.
Well, my pleasure. And thanks so much for all the great information and the great smile there. So, all right. So 2021 is almost at a close, thank God. And now we're almost at 2022, and who knows what's going to happen next year. But, let's, talk a little bit about turning the calendar, getting things going for next year, and what a practice could do to take their social media efforts to the next level. They'll be a little different than that was going on this past year. So first tip that you suggest somebody to do would be what?
So I would say the first tip to get yourself really relevant on social media, on Instagram especially, is to learn about the latest features that have launched on Instagram. So I think something that we have to know and expect is that Instagram is going to be forever changing. And people are always asking me, what's the new social media platform that's going to be out there? What is the new and the greatest and the latest? And my answer is, honestly, I think it's going to continue being Instagram, because they keep iterating and changing and taking some of the features of other social media platforms and taking themselves to the next level. And so let me just share with you a couple of things that have changed with Instagram in the last couple of months. So one of them is custom links. This is really exciting because with Instagram, we used to have to get to 10,000 followers in order to have the swipe up feature and have a link be directly attached to your stories. Now, anyone can do it. Wow. And so in your stories, if you guys see that, when you're making a story, you'll see a thing that says link. And that's where you can actually put the link to your website. You can put the link to your virtual consult. You actually get to link in your stories. So that is a huge new feature that Instagram has changed. And I would suggest using it right away.
Awesome.
Because previously, we would send people to our website. We'd send people to a campsite or a link tree, which is the little link that you put into the website. But now you can actually put it right into your story. So start using
link in bio. It's annoying. You have to close out and then look at the bio and then close on from there. So that's a game changer for sure. One less step. Yeah.
Exactly. So start to look at that. The second thing that's changed is that we're going to be able to have 60-second Instagram stories. So previously it was only 15 seconds and then you'd have to go into the next frame. We're going to be able to have 60-second Instagram stories. So it just means that you can spend a little bit more time. You can make your stories a little bit more punchy. You can put more information into your story. So use those. And something that I've said on the last podcast that I've been with you is face to camera. Get your face on the camera. Film, talk to the camera, and get on video. Those 2 things are not changed at all. Face to camera and getting on video is so, so important. And now just do it with your 60-second stories.
Great. And number 3.
The third thing that's changed is there is no more IGTV. So Instagram is getting rid of IGTV, and what they have now is Instagram video. So all of the video on Instagram is going to be in one place. So you will see that IGTV goes away and it's just going to be Instagram video. And so my recommendation, again, do videos. Put yourself on video, do reels, and just start filming more and more videos on your page. That's just really getting more and more popular.
And let's talk a little bit about Instagram video. Let's educate the people a little bit about it. People might not know what IGTV is or was. So what's the difference between stories, reels, or Instagram video?
Yeah, so stories are the ones that are going to be disappearing. So your stories disappear in 24 hours. They're like the behind the scenes, the less formal, more fun part of Instagram. IGTV had to be a minute or more to be considered an IGTV. And so that was more of the educational, almost the podcast world of Instagram. But now it's just going to be called Instagram video. So it doesn't have to be a minute to be on your feed. And so the difference between IGTV and Reels are essentially TikTok for Instagram. So you can have the features of speeding it up, the transitions, the music. Reels are kind of a different feature altogether, and I would highly recommend you get comfortable with them and use them because they're the most watched thing on Instagram right now.
And can you take this and share it and use it on other platforms too? Like put it on TikTok or put it on YouTube, or is it strictly used only for Instagram?
You can share it to Facebook automatically, and
Okay.
then you can take the link that you have on Instagram and put it anywhere you want, but
Oh,
it
okay.
will link it back.
Oh, great. So you always want to send people to your Instagram page to build that up, and versus now, if you had some choice to send somebody to a video on YouTube or Instagram, where would you suggest to send them to?
I would probably send them to Instagram because they
Mhm.
can follow you. They can see everything else that you're doing. I mean, that might be a little bit of a biased opinion because I, as you know, love Instagram and I find a
Right.
lot of value in it in my practices. So I would personally send them to Instagram.
Oh, great. And all three of these things can be done right now. So, so now but let's give a little bit more tips or education as far as shooting videos. What's the best way to do so? Should they be using their phone? Should they be using their computer? Getting a secondary camera? What's the best, physical platform to use to shoot a video?
Your phone. Everything you can do is you can do from your phone. And I have the new iPhone that has these 3 cameras, and that is all I take into offices now for photo shoots. That's what I take to conferences, to cover conferences, live stream to Instagram, and the technology is incredible. So all you need is your phone.
And you suggest somebody to get like a light ring as well, like better lighting, because it's funny. We just had a special guest in our office today, Dr. Barry Glazer, who does breakfast and learns with our staff. And, we're always learning about the newest technologies. And it's funny. He said over the last year, it's last 2 years, a huge influx of adult patients because people are seeing on when they do Zooms. They see their smile on. They see that their teeth are not straight and not happy, and that's because the lighting is not set up correctly. So you suggest to get like a light ring or use that? Is that going to make a difference quality wise on somebody's videos there too?
Yes, 100%. I would say the 2 things that you want to make sure that you never have on your video are like your head cut off. You can see that sometimes people go into the frame and they chop their forehead off,
Right.
or a dark video. Those are the 2 things you never want, dark or chopping off part of your face.
Okay,
And
so
so,
none of these.
yeah, exactly.
Okay, and none of those. We got it.
And no dark videos because nobody's going to watch a dark video. It's just
Right.
creepy. So go onto Amazon for $15. You can get a ring light, set it up in your office, leave it there, and just use that to set your phone up, turn the ring light on, and you'll always have good lighting and a stable camera.
Awesome. Great. All right, guys. So those are some great tips from the Instagram smile expert. Allison is always great with information, and and by doing this, you're going to take your practice to the next level. Allison, just if somebody just kind of again on the edge and thinking about doing it but afraid, what's the benefits of getting on Instagram? How's that help that practice?
It keeps you relevant. Millennials make purchasing decisions off of Instagram. They make decisions about your practice, how up to date you are, how technologically savvy you are, how customer responsive you are through your social media. And so I'm a millennial. I will not go to a practice or go to a healthcare office if they don't have Instagram. If they don't have Instagram, I'm going to assume that they probably don't use technology. And I love technology as a millennial. And so if you are not using Instagram, you're not using social media, you have to know that your audience is making judgments about you because you're not using it. And if you're not using it to its full capacity, I want to remind you that your Instagram profile is a digital resume. People are looking at that before they're looking at your website. So if you thought about how much time, energy, money you put into your website, we have to think about that, the same reflection of our practice and our business in our Instagram page.
so important. It's your face to the world. It's the first thing that people see. It's how they refer you out. It's word of mouth these days, and word of mouth is so important and so vital. And you only have your reputation. You work so hard to build on it, and by not being relevant, you lose that reputation there. So why not? We're not asking you to reinvent the wheel here, guys. It's something that you must do in order for your practice to be relevant, and it works. You get the return on investment is infinite if done correctly. You have to be on marketing there, and So also, let's just do a little shameless plug here. So Allison and I have a great course that you guys could sign up with and learn and watch some videos and be able to take things to the next level. The link will be below here in this podcast, so you can do that and you can sign up and you can watch from the experts, learn a little bit about marketing, and then potentially you have the option to do a one-on-one course with Allison and her team to learn about what you're doing correctly, what you're not doing, give you some tips on it there. This is a $2,200 value out there that's available for a significant discount for anybody that watches our podcast. So out there, please take a look at it. Everybody out there, enjoy your holidays. Enjoy 2022. Allison, look forward to you being on many, many more of our podcasts. Your information is so informational. It's educational. It makes me smile, and I'm so happy that we're this series going on. So thank you again for putting your wisdom out to the community. So thank you so much for everything.
No problem. Bye, guys. Have a great holiday season.
Bye, everybody.
Orthomarketing.com. 360-degree digital marketing solutions for your practice.